So you take a look at the Rams' schedule here. Oh, they have the perfect bye week, essentially halfway through the season. We'll see them against the Bears on ESPN's Monday Night Football Week 7, and then at Tampa, Week 11, where it'll be Jared Goff and company against Tom Brady and the Bucs. And, of course, the last time they saw Tom Brady and the Bucs was in the Super Bowl, where they lost 13-3. So here's what the Rams have done. They've picked up Leonard Floyd, A'Shaun Robinson, and they got running back Cam Akers out of Florida State. But as you see, there were some moves made, including Greg Zuerlein, who's going to be on the Cowboys as their kicker. He'll see him back there in L.A. Week 1. And then losing Brandon Cooks and Todd Gurley as well. So for more on the Rams schedule and all the moves the Rams have made this offseason, delighted to be joined by Rams head coach Sean McVay. Sean, you look at that addition by and subtraction panel that we just put up, a lot more subtractions than additions, but you knew this was coming with the way the team was sort of built over the last couple of years, correct?
Yeah, Trey, we did. There's a lot of great players on there that are definitely tough losses, but we're excited about the opportunity to attack the 2020 season and excited about opening up with the Cowboys at SoFi Stadium.
So as a head coach, and a head coach who has a memory perhaps like none other, and we won't go down and ask you to do any parlor tricks anymore. We've seen them a bunch of times. But as you look at that schedule, does your eye go somewhere besides Week 1 first, or is it just focused on that?
Yeah, I think that's really, there's so many things that change, Trey, throughout the course of the season. You look at the primetime games and some of the things that might change the way that you have to travel. I think what stands out is excited about the opener, and then we got 2 East Coast trips, which will probably stay out east because they're both 10 a.m. kickoffs.
Well, that's what I was going to ask you. You got the Cowboys and then at Eagles, at Bills, so you'll probably find a place to stay somewhere on the East Coast instead of doing all the travel?
I would think so. That seems like similar things in the schedule the last couple of years. That's worked out for us, and I think that'll probably be what we'll do, especially just being those early kickoffs so you kind of don't have to navigate through all those other issues.
Okay, we showed some of the additions, and one of them was Cam Akers, your first pick, even though he wasn't in the second round, the running back out of Florida State. Really productive guy for the Seminoles, one of 3 that had multiple 1,000-yard rushing seasons for Florida State. The other 2 have been pretty good, Dalvin Cook and Warwick Dunn. What did you like about what you saw out of Cam?
Yeah, that's great company to be with, Trey. I think when you just look at it, he's a great playmaker. He's got the ability to take a handoff from the dot and the offset gun. He can make plays in the pass game. Love just his demeanor and disposition, too. One of the first text messages you get after we drafted him was from Derek Brooks. So this is a guy that's revered from, all the FSU alums, people that he's been with the last couple of years, and we're excited to get to work with him.
And then, of course, you have the Super Bowl rematch, even though there's a lot of changing parts, obviously, since you guys met in Super Bowl 53. But as a guy who was on the losing end of that Super Bowl, does your eye sort of gravitate towards that one in any way, shape, or form?
I think, you have so much respect for what the Patriots have done, Trey, but it's so late in the season, that being the Thursday night game. Typically, the last couple of years, we've had an earlier Thursday night game, but right now, really, we're just enjoying, taking advantage of this virtual off season. I think any form of communication with our players is something that we're appreciative of, and that's kind of where we're at right now.
Sean, we're heading into the 2020 season with a new playoff format. Had this playoff been in effect last season, you guys would have been in the postseason as the 7th seed, which means we would have seen 3 teams from the NFC West in the postseason. Now you have what the Arizona Cardinals have done, getting DeAndre Hopkins for Kyler Murray. This division is stacked from top to bottom. How difficult do you think the NFC West is going to play out, especially when you consider what happened last year? It was the last play of the last game in the regular season that decided who was the number 1 seed and who was the 5th seed between Seattle and the 49ers.
Yeah, it's wild. Really a lot of respect for those guys. They've done a great job. 49ers coming off a Super Bowl appearance last year. Seattle's been consistent really since Coach Carroll's gotten there with John Snyder. They've done such a great job. Russell Wilson leading the way. And then you look at the growth that the Arizona Cardinals made last year under Coach Kingsbury's guidance. You see Kyler Murray. They had DeAndre Hopkins. So it'll be a lot of fun. It's definitely an exciting division for sure.
Sean, always good to talk to you. Hope things are well out there. Be safe, be well, and we'll talk to you soon, okay?
Okay, thanks, Trey. Appreciate it.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming, sports, and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.